Okay, this is card 5, Florals in Bloom, and it's a fun fold card. So I'm actually going to mostly put this together with you guys. Your back panel is 3 3/4 by 5, and then this front panel is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And my initial thought was to cut it at 3 3/4 here, because then I could get 2. But I just thought I would mention, if you want to put a little flower on the inside, you might want to think about where that is on your paper before you cut. And so had I cut it the way I was going to, it was going to cut off my flower, and I want to use that. You could also use one of these on the inside, or do nothing on the inside, just write your message, okay? But I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to cut 2 3/4 first. Yeah, that would have just been so close. And I'm going to save that flower for the inside. And then cut 3 3/4. I'm making sure I'm saying that right. Yeah. Then cut 3 3/4. Okay, so then I have my DSP pieces for this card. And I mostly want to show you how to put in this little piece that makes it pop out. But at this point, we're just going to do the whole card. So there is a score line on here. It's not the most deeply grooved score line. You're going to have to work to find it. And if you have a bone folder, I would definitely recommend using that to hold it down. And then this is a thick card. This is a card that it is going to take, it's a bulky card. Just know that, okay? Well, that's pretty too. So obviously you could change your background. Now I'm just like, where did my other piece go? Gosh, how do I lose things this fast? I really don't know. It's a special gift that I don't enjoy. Okay. All right, well, I am gonna just stick with my original. I was gonna see what my other front of that paper looked like. Oh shoot, dang it. Sorry, I just saw that I stuck something. You gotta watch where you put wet wipes. I just stuck a project on wet wipes and ruined it. Darn it. It's okay. I'll survive. Okay, so put our adhesive down. Put layer 1, and then layer 2. There's some adhesive on it. I feel like I'm missing some places. Okay. And then our panels. And I almost didn't do this. I almost didn't emboss this inside one because it's kind of hidden. And it would have been fine not to, but then I just thought, what if like you accidentally put the embossed one on the inside and left the front one blank, and I just was like, let's just make it easy and emboss both. So, and that's what my sample had on it. Okay, and I've made this card many ways. I first got this card from a card with this design, or this fold, from Sally Howard, but you can put DSP there instead of cardstock. Okay, and of course that would go in front with that DSP that I cut and then immediately lost. I don't want to take time searching for it, but man, that's aggravating. Okay, so you have this little small piece in there that also has score lines. And so you're going to find all your score lines. I don't know that you really need the bone folder. Just press it nice and tight. Okay. And then you're going to fold it in half. Okay. Making sure I'm telling you guys correctly. Fold it in half and only put adhesive on, we're going to put it on, it doesn't matter which side. You're going to put adhesive on this bottom flap. Okay. I maybe should have done glue in that I could slide it around a little. I'm just gonna have to be careful. I'm doing glue too. We want extra security on this, and I'm just going to try to put it as centered as possible. I'm folding this up to make sure I leave room for this to close on it. Okay, so right now it's flat. And then when I put adhesive on the top, I'm just putting it on this flap here, not that part. Okay, and I am using Seal Plus, which is a stronger adhesive than regular Seal, but regular Seal is pretty great too. Okay, now I'm just going to close my card on there and press, and then it's going to give me this little box that I am then going to attach this part to. Now, of course, it'd be ideal if you could write on this while it's flat and not while it's like up in the air. I guess you can flatten it that way. So that's how you can write. Then you would fussy cut your little flower, and then this time I am gonna do glue so I can slide and just press that right there. Try to have it even, which I don't know that I do. Let me get a fold. Yeah, look, I do have it even. Lovely. And it might not be like flush against there. In fact, you might want to actually adjust it as it's closed, because that's how people are going to see it. So then it's there. And then when you attach your front panel, just make sure you only put adhesive on this side, so you're not taping your card closed. Adhesive here, so that when it opens, you get your triple layers like so. And on all these cards where I fold the ribbon, I should have told you on the first card, I just stick some adhesive down and like stick it to it. Or you can put it on the back of your greeting and tape it. But anyway, hopefully that makes sense on how to make card 5, Florals in Bloom.